What's going on, y'all? I'm just doing a quick review of the old HyperX QuadCast S. All right, this thing's got customizable lighting. It's designed for streaming. It's got an anti-vibration shock mount, tap to mute sensor, which is really nice. All right, got that tap to mute. Comes with 4 polar patterns built into this microphone. Okay, so polar pattern dial right here on the back. All right, okay, so you can either choose from stereo for vocals, instruments. I'll tell you, okay, so I love this microphone, right? I got this initially to first start recording vocals for my music, right? Because I didn't have a music interface. So the next best thing is the USB microphone. Super easy, super simple, gives you the convenience of just boom, plugging in your laptop, your phone even, and just going. That's how I'm recording this right now, plugged into my iPad, and then I'm dialed up right here in the back to my headphones. So super convenient. Now, when I first initially got it, I'm trying to learn mixing myself as well. So I'm like, okay, cool, vocals, stereo. So I got it on the stereo set. But it's not till 10 songs that I recorded that I find out that I should be recording these on the cardioid pattern to get the clearest vocal, the most even sounding, right? Which completely changed that quality of how bad my vocals were, right? Learning the settings and everything is important. Save you some time maybe. If you're recording vocals for rap music or any type of real vocals, you're going to want this thing to be in cardioid, so it's kind of act like a dynamic microphone like this, like a condenser. So the cardioid pattern is best to get closer to this condenser microphone sound that you're going to want, this good clear vocals, and this thing will help you to do that on the go, on your phone. Boom, plug it into your phone. You know, if you need to get a little dongle for your iPhone, if you don't have the C, but boom, you got the C charger, plug that joint in there and plug the headphones in the back, ready to rock and roll. So it's got stereo, omnidirectional, cardioid, and bidirectional. Bidirectional is for face-to-face interviews. Cardioid, podcast, streaming, voiceover. Omnidirectional, multi-person podcast, conference call. So another one of the features is it has an internal pop filter, it says, as you can hear some of my plosives when I'm getting close to the microphone. I do have the volume up pretty loud, but you've got a nice volume dial right here down at the bottom. So you can adjust the volume to how you need it based on the ambient noises in the room and things of that nature. So all in all, a great microphone. It did exactly what I needed it to do for the time being. HyperX QuadCast S. Super convenient, I will say that. Super convenient. I do love that. It really can dial you in from anywhere. I mean, there's no excuse when you can get something like this and you boom, plug it in and you get better sounding vocals. Super easy. Got a little stand. Can't say enough good things about this. All right. This is coming your way, Sky. And I do want to touch on what you were saying. So to touch on that, I think that what makes the information stand out is our subconscious, right? What is particular about the things that get brought to our conscious awareness, right? And I think that a lot of that is multifaceted thing that goes into that filtration system. And I think one of those things is, in no specific order, I was kind of spitballing here, I would say the subconscious mind, right? So we're saying the subconscious mind can be trained, can be programmed by what you do consciously, right? What you choose to consume, and even what you listen to when you sleep. Like sleep hypnosis is a thing. When I first got out of jail in 2016, and I was listening to Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor, Eric Thomas, all these guys, Alan Watts, we were on that big. When I was listening to all that, like around that time, like I was doing this sleep hypnosis, right? I don't know where I heard about it. Found these sleep hypnosis videos, calming music, like maybe some 432 hertz, like ambient music, nature sounds. Then this guy just kind of guiding you off to sleep. And I first skimmed through the whole 8-hour thing just to make sure he's not programming my subconscious while I'm not awake. Some crazy shit. And for sure that, I was like, well, I'll give this a try. So I listened to those for a while when I went to sleep. I mean, it's basically just kind of like positive affirmations, right? I also used to listen to Robert Greene. I would fall asleep with Laws of Human Nature on. I would fall asleep with Mastery on. And I would listen to these books while I'm awake, boom, consciously. I was listening to them for 5-6 hours of audiobook a day, not even counting sleep. I can't say for sure what it did to me because I don't know what it would have done without it. But I know that I don't stop thinking about this stuff, you know what I mean? And I see everything in life through a lens of like, everything that we've been curating, doing our own studies. There's a lot to say when there's a certain rapport that you and I have built together. There's a certain rapport that you build with somebody you've known for a long time. There's a certain rapport that you guys develop, right? And you become like, think about like thoughts as like this highway for thought energy. Zipping, these things are going, and like the speed of light is going like this, and this thing's like, right? Because we know the mastermind effect, 2 or more people working in unison towards a common goal have the ability to create this mastermind that can transmute energy into ideas that can come to these people that without these other people's energy influence and a like-minded effort to reach a common goal, they get these sparks of ideas and inspiration that they wouldn't have gotten by themselves. And so there's something to be said about that. And also, we know that people can astral project and whatnot, right? And we know words, being that they're spells, that's why they call it spelling, right? Don Miguel Ruiz talks about in the 4 Agreements, these ancient Toltecs, they, preserved this wisdom. They call the negative use of the word black magic, right? Because I believe that they do know the divine creator, because the wisdom that they share, it's so sound. What possible bad thing could happen from you being impeccable with your word, not taking anything personally, never making assumptions, and always trying your best? I mean, unless you're a mass murderer and you're always trying your best to kill as many people as possible, I mean, I don't see how that could be a bad thing. I don't know. There's a lot to be said, and I got so many questions. And so anyways, seek and you shall find. Knocking, the door will be open to you. So I'm just trying to enjoy the process, not allow my mind to become too rigid around any idea, but understanding that everything is evolving. I'm not talking about evolution. I'm just talking about now I found my point. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. They say that, we have to worry about global warming because the ice caps are going to melt, right? Tell me this. Why do we have to be worried about ice caps melting when we all know that when water freezes, it expands? So when the ice caps melt, it will take up less surface area. Why would we be worried about global warming? What are we talking about here? Does anybody think about what we're thinking about here? We got to be worried about the ice caps melting. The ice caps are in the fucking water. So they melt. It's going to be less than it is now. The fuck? What do we have to worry about? Please, somebody, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, maybe I took too big of a bong rip. I'm not sure. But it's not making sense to me. The math ain't mathing. What are we worried about here? We're worried about a cataclysmic event of the ice caps melting. Because what? It's going to make the shoreline sink a feet or 2? Like what? Come on now. Somebody make it make sense to me. I don't understand how somebody could believe that that's a thing to worry about, that we need to be concerned about. The ice caps melting? Oh, so we're going to have less water, less volume in the cup. Oh. Don't want that to happen.